Hi guys, this video is going to show you how to calculate the mean, median, class, modal class, range and standard deviation from a set of data that uses classes in a frequency table. Now this is pretty similar to what you would do if you had just a normal frequency table, just the only addition is that you do need to have your X column here filled in, and that was the midpoint as per our previous video. So first up, if we're going to do mean is equal to the sum of fx over the sum of f, which in this case we have 631 over 28. So if I put that into my calculator, that gives me 22.54. And that is the mean for this set of data. Sometimes you might be asked to give the mean class, and basically you are just then going to give the value of the actual mean. So 22.54 sits in between these two values here. So the mean class would be 19.5 to 24.5. For the median, we pretty much do exactly the same thing that we've been doing previously. Sorry, be able to see our table. So median, let's go up here for that one. Alright, so median, remember we're always looking for the score. So we're going to be using the CF column again here, so n plus 1 over 2. And in this case we have 28 scores plus 1 over 2. So 29 divided by 2 is 14.5. So we are looking for the 14th and a half score. If we go over to our cumulative frequency column, well, 14 is larger than 8, so it can't be in that class, and it is smaller than 16, so therefore we would find our median in the class where the last value is 16. So our median class in this case is at the 14th score, which would be located between the 19.5 and 24.5 class, and that's the median. For the modal class, it's much the same as our normal mode. So mode, remember, is our most common or most occurring score, and again we're going to look in our frequency table, and we're in our frequency column, and we want to look for our highest frequency, and in this case that highest number is 11. So that means that our modal class is 24.5 to 29.5, simply by reading from our true class column there, and that is our mode. For our range, just as before, range is equal to highest minus the lowest score, and we basically just look at what our starting score is. So we have our end score is 34.5 minus 9.5. Now don't worry that we've added those 0.5s as we've gone on, because we added 0.5 to the beginning, and we also added an extra 0.5 to the end, so it's not going to make any difference in between finding our difference of those. So 34.5 minus 9.5 is 25. So therefore for this question our range is 25. And the last thing then that we're asked to find is our standard deviation. So just like in the other video that looks at finding standard deviation using a frequency table, we follow the same method of entering that into our calculator. So standard deviation using our calculator, and just don't forget that you do need to enter in the X value, which for the first one is 12, and then your F value, which is 2, and you're going to use your M plus button to store that. So then once you've done that, for each of your scores, you'll be able to calculate your standard deviation for this set of data. So 5 pieces of data. Remember, alpha 6 equals, and it tells me my standard deviation is 5.06 for this set of data. So standard deviation is equal to 5.06 for this set of data. And that's how you calculate all of those different variables based on using a table that has class data. Thanks very much.